very first guest of the night.
Miss Sonia.
Yes.
Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I'm Sonia Sinclair. I'm 54, and I have been a survivor of breast cancer for a year now.
A year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How did you find out about breast cancer? And before you answer that, the most common question with cancer most people get, did you smoke cigarettes?
No.
No.
Nope. No cigarettes, no weed, no nothing. I was never a smoker.
Were you around people that smoked? Like because they say secondhand smoke.
Not really.
No.
No. A lot of my friends didn't smoke, so that's if that's what they always say, that's a myth. It actually was. I later found out that it was in the gene. As women, if we don't know our bodies, this is how things happen. And by me knowing my body, that's how I found it. I just happened to get out the shower one day and just felt a little sore. And I usually do my own exams.
Okay.
And I get mammograms on a regular also. And I just found the lump. And it was just weird. And I made an appointment. Went to see my OBGYN, and she recommended to go see a specialist. So fast forward, it took me about 2-3 months to get into this lady. This is how busy she
found the lump, and it's 3 months now before you
go in. So I go in, and we did a mammogram, a scan, an ultrasound. And what they say for women who especially have large breasts, for us like black women, a mammogram alone is not going to help. You need to do an ultrasound or you need to do a scan. That finds every mass in your breast. And with me getting that done, we found another lump.
Wow.
But she said it was buried up under so much tissue that had I done a mammogram, I would have never found it. So we fast forward. We do a biopsy, and I think maybe about 2 or 3 weeks later we did a biopsy, and I'll never forget this day that I found out. I was coming out of the bank, and my doctor called, and I was on the phone. I was like, "Let me call you back. It's my doctor's office," and she was like, "I have bad news for you." She's like, "You have breast cancer, and you have the worst kind. It's aggressive." And I'm like, "What?" I'm trying to process this. I'm on my way to work. I'm trying to process this, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And I'm just bawling on my way to work. So I go sit in the parking lot, and I'm getting myself together to go in, and I'm like, "Oh my God." So I get in, and as I'm punching in, I'm boohooing as I'm punching in, and my manager, and I was like, "I gotta punch in," I just ran and I punched in, and he was like, "Come talk to me." So when I talked to my doctor, I had told her, I said, "I'm off on Monday, so I'm gonna have to come in and see you next Monday." So when I told my manager that, he was like, "No, you need to call her back right now and tell her you're coming to see her right now." So I left work, I went to talk to her, and we talked. I found out I was at stage 4 2B.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna assume this is. I don't know much about breast cancer, so I'm gonna take it as 4 is bad.
Well, I mean, 2 is not bad.
Okay.
A 2B is like I'm a next step going to 3. So, we talked about it, and she was like, "You have the aggressive form, so we need to do chemo now. We need to start it like now." And I think it was like on maybe a Wednesday. We set up to start chemo like the following Monday. I had to go and I had to get I forgot what they call it. I had to have an implant put in my chest to where it would receive the chemo. So I had to do that first, and then as soon as my insurance approved it, it was amazing because I have great insurance, I must say. I've come to find that out through this whole process. They approved me immediately. Like, they sent in the stuff and I got approved the next day. I knew people that were waiting for like a month to get approved. So we did all the process. I went and had the stent put in, and it goes into my neck. So the chemo goes directly into my veins. And we went and we got set up, and I started chemo that Monday.
Wow.
So it was just crazy. I didn't know how I was going to react to it. And, you know, like they say, they do the medicine according to everybody. Each person has their own, you know, formula that they make. And it's good to ask questions. You definitely have to know your body. Ask questions. You know, because I was thinking, like, I don't even know who to see. So my doctor was talking to me, and I was like, well, she was like, you need to choose an oncologist. And I'm like, how do I choose an oncologist? I don't know anything.
I don't know nothing about this.
So, you know, I was like, I just looked at her. I said, so out of these 3 people that you named off, because she named 3 people, and I said, who would you have working on you? And she gave me the name. And when I tell you she was a blessing, oh my God, that lady is amazing. The whole cancer treatment center was just amazing. It's so much stuff out here that they tell you about, you know, places that will help you if you need help. I thank God I had.
If you don't mind, what was the treatment center?
It's Northside.
Okay.
And they're in oh God, why am I running blank right now? There's it's breast cancer of Atlanta.
Okay.
And they're in Northside.
Okay.
And when I tell you, they are amazing.
So let me ask you this. So when you think of chemo, radiation, you think of being ill, you think of hair loss. Did you go through any of those? Oh
yeah, I lost. When I started my chemo, maybe almost through the middle of my chemo, I had hair to my hair. So I kept it braided, but then it started getting tender. So my best friend came down to visit from Michigan, and we were all sitting around, and they were like, well, let's see what's going on with your hair. So when you took the braid, the whole braid was coming.
Oh, wow.
So we just went ahead and I cut my hair completely off. I was bald. We just went ahead and cut it off. I mean, because it didn't make any sense to, you know, still try to hold on to it. So it took a while for me to lose my hair. I know a lot of people don't like to do chemo because of the fact that it, you know, takes your hair out now. I wanted the cancer out.
Right.
Forget the hair. I can grow some hair.
Right.
I had hair, so it wasn't nothing, you know.
So with the chemo, the chemo shrinks the cancer?
Yes.
Like, explain that to me.
Well, see, what it was, it goes directly, because like right here, I have a probably still have the mark right here, and the thing goes directly into your neck. So they have a thing that they hook up to right here that shoots it. It has a machine that runs it right through, and it goes through. Oh, you can't hear me? And it goes through, and you know, it shrinks the chemo. I mean, it shrinks the tumor, and it was just going, you know, it goes through your body and it shrinks. I mean, I was good for like a couple of days, and then like about Thursday I started getting sick. But the thing for me was I worked through the whole time because I just needed to keep my mind busy. I just needed to keep myself going. And they kept saying, you know, you don't have to come to work. And I'm like, no, I need to be here. I have to keep myself busy. You know, that's one thing. You have to keep your strength up. You have to keep your mind going. The negativity and stuff, just block that. And I mean, I know a lot of times that actor, Chadwick, that passed, and they were saying that he didn't tell anybody. I understand why. I know exactly. Be good, and you have all these people around you that's just going to be, you know, help you to get healthy. And I'm telling you, I had a magnificent support team between my daughters, both my daughters, my cousins sitting with me when I'm sick, my girlfriend flying in, you know, and within like the space of 6 months, I had 4 surgeries.
Wow.
You know, I had to have, when I found out I had the gene, I had the pleasure of telling all the females in my family to go get checked.
Go get checked.
Because it's something that runs in my family. My sister died of breast cancer.
Oh.
So, you know, it's something that runs in my family. My daughters had to go get checked. My sister had to go get checked. So, you know, it was good that my daughters, they didn't have it. You know, and my sister's like, I'm at the age, I'm not even going to go check. I don't even want to know. So, you know, she's like, I don't even want to know. I'm just going to live, you know.
Right.
But it's just crazy. You just always have to, you know, keep yourself together. And I said, women, you have to be in tune with your body.
Right, because I didn't even know it was a gene, you know,
Oh, yeah.
like, so you think of breast cancer, you think of not eating healthy, you know, eating the wrong thing, or
Oh, that stuff
being
is
around people smoking,
That's
like,
all
you know,
of it.
things like that. Like, a lot of people don't even know I had a stage 4 stroke. Like,
Oh, wow.
in 2014, I wasn't able to walk. I had a speech impediment. And it made me change a lot of things that I do. A lot of intake, you know, it makes you really sit down and be like, oh, I really got
Oh, yeah, you're real
take care of
nowadays and
myself.
stuff, for
You know
real.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I definitely understand where you're coming from, and I definitely appreciate the knowledge. And again, congratulations.
Thanks.
You know, this is another walking testimony,
Oh,
because
yeah.
a lot of breast cancer you hear is in African American women. I don't really see cases. Correct me if I'm wrong. Do you know the statistics on it?
No, actually, when I went in to do chemo, I think I was probably the youngest person in there. It was a lot of older white ladies. I think it might have been maybe me and another African American lady. She was older. And I'm like, man, this is crazy.
Right.
So it's something that we really and truly, and it's so crazy because I have a friend, she survived breast cancer also. And she called me maybe about a couple of weeks ago to tell me about one of her friends' niece that has breast cancer. She's only 30. So this thing when they tell you about, you know, you get mammograms after you're 35, I tell people all the time, forget the mammograms. Do the ultrasound and do the scan, because you can see everything there.
Turn your volume down on your phone. I wasn't 30 when I had my stroke.
Exactly.
And they said the same thing. Like, it's very rare to see your age have something so severe. The same year actually that I had the stroke, my physical therapist, her mother had a stroke and passed.
Wow.
So it was real scary. So yes, definitely, you definitely have to take care of yourself.
Definitely.
Again, a lot of the things that we eat are not like back in the days, you know, it's not our own farm raised, garden grown. It's not the same. A lot of these things are enhanced with different chemicals. So those things do enhance different enzymes in your body. So yes, you do have to definitely take care of yourself. Again, I want to thank you
Thank you.
for coming on the show.
No problem.
And giving your story.
Yes.
Do you have any personal businesses?
No, I don't.
No, we don't. Okay. Are you willing to speak to any woman going through cancer?
Definitely.
So would you like to give them your outlet on where they can contact you?
Well, right now, you can hit me up on Facebook, Sonia Sinclair, Facebook.com, or you can hit me on my email, same, SONIA SINCLAIR 1966 @gmail.com. And I mean, it's so much stuff out there to help people who don't have any help, because for me, I had a village, so it was good. But there are people out here that will help you to clean your house, take you to the grocery store, take you to chemo treatments. I mean, all kinds of stuff if you just really, really need that help. So, you know, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And I mean, I'm one of the people that I always share information when I get it. I don't just hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? Even whether I can use it or not, if there's somebody else that can use it. They even have places that will help you pay your rent if you can't work. You know, so it's a whole lot of stuff out there.
A whole lot of resources. Well, definitely. I definitely want to stay in contact with you.
Definitely.
So we can definitely also share these resources on our page, because again, word of mouth is key. a lot of us don't have access to that information, and some of us are just ignorant to the knowledge. We don't know where to go get it. So I am definitely, again, glad that you're able to come on the show and share that information. So again, you guys, look out for that. We're gonna post some information on some more breast cancer awareness stuff before the month ends. We're gonna go to a little quick commercial break with Girl Them Tough Crackers again.
Yes.